What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another bang. So, in today's video, I just want to talk about 5 things you should always do when you have a credit card. Now, I want to make this video just because a lot of people they have credit cards. A lot of people they are very infatuated with their credit, but they don't really understand how to really utilize a credit card in the best way possible for themselves. So, with that being said, we got to talk about these 5 different things that you need to do if you have a credit card. Now, as you guys know, if I'm in front of this camera, I am here to help you mentally, physically, or financially. So, y'all know what to do. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel. But with all that being said, let's get to the topics, man. The number one thing you should always do if you have a credit card is never buy what you can't afford. Now, a lot of people look at a credit card as extra money, but that is incorrect. That is not what a credit card is. A credit card is just a tool that you use if you don't have money on hand. Now, just because you don't have money on hand doesn't mean that you can't afford to actually buy the item that you are attempting to buy. And that's what a lot of people get confused. They think that you should buy things that you can't afford. And if you are using your credit card and buying things that you can't afford, I promise you, your credit score will tank. And I promise you, you will be in debt. And that's something that you don't want to be in debt, regardless of if you have a credit card or not, regardless of if you can afford the item or not. One thing you don't want to be in is in debt. So, with that being said, never buy anything that you cannot afford, man. Don't buy that new TV if it costs $2,000 and all you can afford is $1,000 for that month. Don't do it. That's dumb. So that's number one. Number two, and a lot of these should be common sense, but it's a lot of people who may not have common sense out here. So, hey, at number two, pay off your car monthly. The reason I say pay off your card monthly is just because if you don't pay off your card monthly, you can rack up more interest rates, more interest on that credit card. And that's one thing that you don't want to do. You want to pay off your card monthly. You want to pay it off before you actually get your monthly statement, just so that you don't incur any additional interest on that credit card. Because let's be real, man. If you do incur any extra interest on that credit card or on that payment that you were supposed to make on that credit card, you're literally paying extra money for no reason. Your monthly statement could be $100, but you decide not to pay off that credit card monthly and you wait until, January, since we're getting ready to be in the new year, to pay off that credit card. And due to that 15% interest rate, that $100 is $150 or whatever it is. So you really gotta make sure you pay off your credit card monthly. And also, if you don't pay it off monthly, it can affect your credit score, man. Most credit, tracking bureaus, they track your credit every month. And if you're not paying off your credit or paying off your credit card every month, your credit score will do this. It'll tank. So with that being said, make sure you pay off your credit card monthly. Another thing to note when it comes to paying off your credit card monthly, it just shows a good track record. If you are trying to, get a home, get an apartment, put anything in your name, they go always check that credit. And if your credit report shows that you pay shit on a monthly basis, you always pay your stuff on time, it ain't no times where you just ain't paid anything on it, that's a good thing, and it'll make you able to be approved for items much easier if you're buying a new car, whatever it is. So that's number two. Pay off your car monthly. You got to do that. You got to do that. And number three, take advantages of the perks that your credit card has. Now, what do I mean by that, man? Different credit cards, they have different perks. Now, me personally, I use the American Express Blue Preferred card. And with that credit card, you get like 3% back, 3% money back if you use the credit card at a gas station. You know, you get 5% back at certain grocery stores. You get some percentages back when it comes to online subscriptions such as Netflix. So, with that being said, I would be dumb not to take advantage of that. If I'm going to the gas station to get some gas, I'm going to always use my credit card so that I can get some cash back. It's better at that point to use my credit card instead of using my debit card because I'm getting something back for what I'm paying. I know that I'm going to pay my credit card bill every month. So why not take advantage of getting me some cash back, getting that 3% back on that $40 that I might have to put in my tank, instead of just paying 40 and not getting nothing back. So you got to take advantage of the different perks that your credit card may have. Some credit cards, they have perks for flying. So if you are a businessman or anything like that, and you tend to fly across the country a lot, get a credit card that gives you those points for flying, for airlines, for hoteling, things of that nature. So you really gotta look into the different perks that your credit card has and take advantage of those perks, man. Because a lot of these credit cards, they pretty much giving you free money if you really examine what those perks are for that credit card. So take advantage of that, man. Take advantage of it. Man, this economy, it's been horrible. But you gotta take advantage of any dollar, any free dollar, any money you can make. Take advantage of that, man. It's money to be made out here. I know a lot of y'all complain about the economy, but it's money to be made out here. All you gotta do is read. All you gotta do is do your research. And hey, if you're not doing your research and taking advantage of those perks that your credit card may have, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So that's number 3. Number 4, be wary of the yearly fee your credit card has. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, a lot of people, they get excited when they get these different cards, these platinum cards and shit like that. But they don't take note of the yearly fee that credit card may have. There's certain credit cards out here that have an $1,000 yearly fee. It's certain credit cards out here that have, a $250 yearly fee. And some people, because they forget about that yearly fee can catch them off guard. Around January or February or whenever your year is up, you see an extra charge on your credit card for $1,000 and you looking crazy. You like, what the fuck? I ain't spent $1,000 on nothing. But because you forgot about that yearly fee, it's catching you off guard. So keep that in mind when it comes to these credit cards. I know a lot of credit cards may be enticing, the platinum cards, the black cards, things of that nature, but keep in mind that yearly fee, man. Certain cards, they do have some very high fees, and just because you have great credit and you can get that card doesn't mean that you really need it, man. It doesn't mean that you really want to deal with a $1,000 yearly fee or a $500 yearly fee. Just because you got good credit and you can afford that card or get approved for that card doesn't mean you really need it. I know it might be shiny. I know it may be the new thing. I know the celebrities might have it, but just because they got it don't mean that you really need it. So that's number 4. Be wary of the yearly fee your credit card has. At number 5, the 5th and final, just tip I want to give you guys when it comes to credit cards is take advantage of the grace periods your credit card may have. Now, certain credit cards, they have a grace period. It may be 6 months after you actually get the credit card where you don't have to pay any interest. The APR is 0. So take advantage of that. If you are in a situation where you can't pay off that card monthly, but your card has that 0 APR for the next 6 months, that would be the time. Now, like I said, number one, or in number two, pay off your car monthly and never buy what you can't afford. This is the only time where I would say you should, you may break one of those rules when you have that grace period with your credit card where it has 0 APR for the next 6 months. That may be the time where I say, man, hey, if you don't got it right now, this the time to use that credit card because you don't got to worry about that interest creeping up on you. So, especially if you know you're going to pay it off in the next couple of months. You may get a stimulus package like 2020 or whatever. But yeah, man, those my 5 different tips that I would give you guys when it comes to credit cards, because hey man, a lot of us have them, but a lot of us don't really understand how to utilize our credit cards in the best way possible to benefit our pockets and ourselves. But if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, turn on notifications and all that good stuff, and I'm out. Peace.